Click on the show. That is not open. Why is that not open? There it is. Okay. Sweet. If I click off the game, it's going to disappear. Nice. It's fantastic if I need to switch up settings or whatever. That's going to be great. Anyway, so, welcome to FTL. Faster Than Light. Probably a lesser known game, I would assume. I think. I don't know. I don't really know if, how popular this one was. I've only ever seen one other person play it. So, yeah. But it is a game that I quite enjoy. A little bit hard to explain from the menu, so I'll do it once we get into it a little bit, but something to point out is there's a list of ships that you can use. There's, yeah, there's several different ships that you can use on your adventure to do what you gotta do. Some of them have a Type B and a Type C, although these don't have a Type C, but they are considered the more powerful ships from here. You can see two that I don't actually have the Type A for, and then a couple I don't have the Type B for, because Type B requires you to get 2 out of 3 of the achievements for each ship, and some of these are not exactly, I'm gonna go with easy. But each ship has its own things, like the, version A of the Kestrel is basically the first ship you start off with. It's the most basic one, it's the most straightforward. Layout B has a couple things, obviously you get different crew, different weapons. I think that's the layout changed a little bit. I don't Type C of that one either. What? Wild. And then you have things like the NG Cruiser, which comes with drones built in. And hacking for this variant, which is useful-ish. You have the, I believe this is the Federation Cruiser? Federation Cruiser, yep. Which has one of my favorite things, which is artillery. Specifically, I like the Type C variant that has flat artillery. Because lasers are good, but... Oh shit, that one pierces shields, I forgot about that, yeah. So, normal beam weapons, if I can find one of those. Yeah, normal beam weapons don't pierce shields. Usually. I think there's 2 that do. Apparently artillery laser does. I've actually never read that enough to realize that it would go through shields, and I haven't used this in forever, so I forgot that one apparently can go through shields. It also has crew teleporter. You can send your crew on enemy vessels to fight, which is less useful than you'd think. So with that, you'll notice that there are different species as well. You got your standard humans. These are Manti, which are good at combat, bad at repair. Then you have the Zoltans, which give power to your systems, because each system has to be powered. There's a reactor that you can upgrade that will also, like, increase the amount of power you have at your disposal. And each system, as you upgrade it, because you can upgrade your ship as you go, will require power for each upgrade you put into it. These guys provide power, or, well, 1 bar of power, just by being in the system, which is pretty useful. NGs are really good at repair. We find these guys, Lanius, suck the oxygen out of the room that they're in. The bonus point of that being, though, they can survive without oxygen. So if somebody blows a hole through your ship, or takes out your O2, or there's just generally a room with no oxygen, they can survive that. Or if somebody boards your ship, and you put them in the room with Lanius, not having air is kind of a problem for most people in this. You got the Rockman for fire, have more health, and move more. Joined by dodge. Typical Leo. Grab someone's pets too. There you go, buddy. There you go. What? Okay. Okay, bye. Came back. No nap on the bed. Alright, I got a nap on the bed. And you've got slugs who are immune to mind control, and sea life forms human sensors are down. That's cool. I forgot what they did. I haven't seen them in a while. I've been playing like one type of ship, so I haven't actually seen them very much. Well, anyway, so this is the ship we'll be using today. This ship's cool. This is the stealth cruiser. Now, as opposed to literally every other ship, unless I'll just grab this one. So this one has a system called shields. This one does not. But what it does have is cloaking, which does exactly what it sounds like. It turns your ship invisible. This one also comes equipped with long-range scanners, which I can show you what that does in a minute. And this shit, which is vaguely useless because it's only 15%, not that great. But the goal of today is to try and get the version B of the ship, which I haven't managed to do yet, though I have tried quite a bit. I haven't done it yet. Besides that, I do want to try and find the rock cruiser, or this thing, but I've literally never seen the Lost Sector, ever, and finding the rock control isn't exactly easy. So we're probably more than likely only going to go for version B of this, which is either destroying a ship at full health during a single cloak, avoid 9 points of damage with a single cloak, and get to second grade without jumping into a beacon with an emotional thing. Emotional? Environmental danger, which is where this comes into play. Bing bong. Oh. Hey, Flip Bunny, thanks for the raid. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're just about to get started. Just running through some stuff. To it. Balls. There. That's probably better, right? Turned it down a little bit earlier. I guess I didn't turn it down far enough. Alright, so first thing we gotta do, we gotta power both of those on. Let's dump our last 2 points into the engine. That's fine. So this is what having long-range sensors does. Because normally, if you don't have long-range sensors, this is all you'd see. But because the ship comes with long-range sensors, I can actually see that this is going to be a fight. Which, ironically, we actually do want to do. So, remote settlement, pirate ship, yada yada. Yep. Alright, so this is also a cool thing you can do. You can just pause combat and do all your stuff as you need to. So, a couple of things to point out. Yeah. A couple of things to point out, like I had stated, everybody else has a shield. I do not. This ship does not come with shields, which is mildly annoying. But it's not the end of the world because of that button right there. So, nothing's charged, nothing's ready, so we'll wait. Actually, I'll pause the scan to point out, the ship comes with level 2 sensors, so I can see everything in their ship, which is pretty handy. Wait until right about there. We'll activate the cloak, which causes their shot to miss. We'll pause again. Target the shields. We'll leave auto fire off for now, and I think we want to take the mini beam. Probably finish off the shields and hit the weapons at the same time. No. Okay, so now their weapons and shield are gone, so now they can't do anything. And I can just... as I see fit. And we got a bunch of scrap resources, so... fuel is required to make all your jumps. Missiles are used for any weapon that is missile-based. Obviously, actual missiles, bomb-style weapons. And then drones are for if you have a drone system, which we don't have either of those two, so these two are completely irrelevant to us. We can, first thing we're going to do is actually beef up the cloak, so now the cloak lasts longer. Because that is pretty much the most important thing to do with the ship, since it doesn't have shields. Stay invisible, stay alive. So again, we'll wait until right about when they fire. And then I think if I get this right, I can hit all 3 rooms. And then we'll leave auto fire on and just let that do its thing. Ow. There we go. Can't upgrade the cloak again just yet. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna farm up the fights in this early area while we can, while things are still easy. Try and get up as much scrap as you can, because about halfway through you want to get into less fights. And we'll just do it again. Ow. Sweet. That, and we can get a power bar, so now we have full glow. This is another thing you can come across, is distress beacons. You can see that even without the long-range scanners. Distress beacons can be good or can be bad. It's really 50-50. This is the other thing you have to worry about. So this section is where the rebel fleet actually is. This is where they'll be on their next jump. So they're not on this beacon yet, but like say I was here and I jumped to that one, they'd be across it when I got there, which is bad because fighting the rebels sucks. They have basically the entire fleet at you, and while you're fighting the one ship on the right, there's like 3 ships off in the back that can attack you basically freely. It's not fun. Not impossible, just not fun. So you kind of have to manage your time in each sector, because if you spend too much time, you're going to get overwhelmed, and you can only jump to certain beacons from certain beacons. So to get to the exit, I either have to go to that one or that one. So I'm probably going to go through the distress beacon to get there. But you do kind of have to plan it a little bit, because if you end up in a spot where you're about to get jumped, it's not great. It is a run ender very quickly. Okay, so both of these options are 50-50. I can send the crew to help put out the fire. 50% chance I get either a weapon, a drone, a free reactor upgrade, or let that be it for that upgrade. The other 50% chance is I lose a crew member. Not great. I can dock and try and rescue the survivors. 50% chance I get a new crewmate. 50% chance I take damage. We're on pretty good health, so I'm going to risk it. And it worked out. Oh yeah. We got good or anything? Not yet. So the more a particular crewmate does a particular thing, they'll get better at that particular thing. So you are our pilot. Your piloting has not gone up yet. That's stupid. Wild. But the more they do a specific thing, the better they'll get at doing it. This one isn't good at doing anything just yet, but we're going to show them on door control. Because when you man a system, the system automatically gets a little bit better. Specifically doors and sensors, for that matter. So having them here upgrades the doors. So the doors will now cause fire to spread less. And in the event somebody jumps onto the ship, they have to blast their way through the door. Which is helpful, because say they're in this room over here, I can just do this and vent all the oxygen out of the room, so while they stand at the door trying to get in here, they just, you know. Great success. And I'm going to save the positioning so I can send him back there whenever I want to. This is something you don't want to see when you have long-range sensors. The hazard thing around the triangle means that there's an environmental thing over here, probably a asteroid shower or something. So you would passively be taking damage in the fight. So besides the ship, you'd also just be taking like basically a status effect in the background. In that case, you'd be getting hit with rocks, which would, if you had shields, take out your shields, B, damage all your systems, C, take out your actual health bar, which is not ideal for obvious reasons. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go fight this thing. Which actually, this shouldn't be... This might get us one of our achievements. If I do this right, this might actually get us one of our achievements. Yeah! Hell yeah. One achievement down, one to go. And plenty of scrap to go with it. Alright, we're gonna hold on to that for the time being. Good thing I held on to that. Stores are great. Stores sell you things. So, at a store, you can buy any of the items you need to keep your stuff running. You can heal up. You can sell things that you don't need. Some of them will have more than one page. And then they'll sell like weapons and drones and different systems. These are augmentations, which neither of those helps me. We already have that one. I don't need any of that. Rather, I don't have the money for any of that, so we'll just heal up. Stop on fuel. I'll hold on to what I have. Okay. Now we'll go to the exit. And I'll sell missiles for scrap, because I don't need missiles, but I do need scrap. Now we'll go to the next sector. So this is something to point out. each sector is randomly generated, and then what sectors you have along the way to the final sector are also randomly generated. So you can get maps like this where there's a nice safe path with a hostile path as well, and a couple nebulas, or you can get where every one of these is a nebula or a hostile place. I don't like nebulas. Nebulas suck. Civilian sectors mean you're gonna get less fights, but obviously less gear, less scrap, whatever. Hostile sectors mean you're in for more fights, but you get more shit, so risk versus reward. Nebulas just suck. I don't know what the point of a nebula is, besides to just be a challenge to yourself, I guess. I don't know. They're terrible. We're avoiding them. So I'm actually going to go to hostile path, because the rock homeworld is a hostile planet. Or, not a hostile planet. Hostile sector. So, yeah, we're hunting for that while we also work on this one. Nearby planet. Yeah, we'll ignore that. Not worth it. What do you have at the shoop? Okay, so the small bomb and the breacher missile would both use missiles. Yeah, nebulas. So when you go into a nebula, your sensors don't work at all. I don't know why. Like, I can see the inside of my ship, but if like your sensors break or you go into a nebula, you can't see the inside of your own ship anymore. So say there's a breach in the hull over here or a fire over here, you wouldn't know it. You can't see inside your own ship anymore. It's dumb. And then in the nebula, you can run into these things called ion storms, which remove power from your ship, meaning you can have less of your systems on at any one time. For some reason, it likes to take the power out of your oxygen, so you have to take power out of something else. So we'd have less weapons, less cloak, less engine, yada yada, until we got out of that particular combat encounter, which is dumb. I dislike nebulas, so I stay away from them as much as I can. I'll probably go into one just for shits and giggles to show how sucky they are, but generally I stay away from them. So yeah, breacher and small bomb will both use missiles. I don't really need either of those. Neither can I afford either of them. Flak guns are cool. Don't have the power for that, but I could get the power for that. What do we got on page 2? Oh, stealth weapons, oh yeah. Yep, no debate. So, currently, while cloaked, if I fire my weapons, my stealth will drop faster. With stealth weapons, that doesn't happen, so I can now fire indefinitely while cloaked, and my cloak will only reduce at its natural rate. So I can stay hidden longer before getting shot at, which is quite handy. So there are several ways to actually take out an enemy ship, one of which is to straight blow it up. The other one is to actually take out all the crew inside of it, which can be done if you have a crew teleporter. You can teleport in and fight them directly. If you light the ship on fire, you can burn them all. If you take out the oxygen, you can suffocate them all. There's several different ways you can crew out a ship. It just takes longer. In this case, taking out the oxygen wouldn't matter because the Lanius can survive in a room without oxygen. So he's just gonna live. So that strategy doesn't work here. However, can do this. That'll save us a little bit. And now our cloak goes down slower, so now I can probably get a second volley off before they can even get one off. And that is now 2 ships that have been destroyed while I was completely cloaked. Have I mentioned the stealth cruiser is kind of strong if you use it correctly? It's kind of busted. let's do range all the way over there. With this, I can't. All right. We'll do this. So if you take out the engines or the cockpit, the ship loses all evasion, meaning you're less likely to miss on any of your attacks. There's 3 down while completely cloaked. Woo. You do more damage to system, less removes. So that weapon will do 1 damage to any room with a system and 2 damage to any room that's empty on an enemy ship. I don't have the power to use that yet, but I might look to use that because it could be useful. Let's see. I'll leave that fire for now. No. Let's go. Go up, down. Should work. Okay. Sometimes you can just avoid a fight. I don't know how we avoided the fight, but I'm not gonna complain, you know. Landing vessel. There's debris field. We're gonna ignore it. This time, anyway. Yes, sir. Nothing personal. We're under order. Yep. So this one has a heavy laser and a beam, much like ours. Although I think theirs might be better. Ow. Our shields are damaged. You need to go repair that. Not shields, cloak. So when a system is damaged but not broken, it loses effectiveness, but will still work. So the cloak will run less now, but still technically can turn on if it wasn't broken. So the same thing can happen with weapons. You can lose some of your power, but not all of it. So, like in that instance, I think there was only 1 bar missing, so we could still use the 2 we had. But if we had this one powered, we wouldn't have been able to use it. And I'm gonna grab another power bar and pull the power out of that. Because I think once this is finished repairing, it only needs 1 bar, so we should have 2 left, so we should be able to turn on the hull laser. Yes? Yes. Okay. Confirming. I was pretty sure, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. Distress and a fight, so we already know this is going to be bad. Not that bad. So, dual laser to that. Hold on the mini beam for a second. The beam there, and then... Sweet. Sweet, Trico. You doing anything? No, you're not. Alright. We'll put you in sensors. I'll explain why in a second. I don't need missiles. Don't lead to the same place anyway. Okay, so intruder on board. So if we pop three doors, that'll vent that room. And then you have 2 drones. Oh shit. Okay, so you can have offensive drones that will attack your enemy, or you can have defensive drones that will protect you. I'm pretty sure both of these drones are going to be a problem, because they're going to try and shoot the lasers out of the air. I don't know how that works, don't ask me. But they can also, if they're in the right spot at the right time, our lasers can hit them, which stops them from hitting the actual ship. Okay, but this is the benefit of having Trico in sensors, because now I can see how much their weapons are charged. So this is where things get a little bit complicated, because you have to kind of pay attention to everything at once. Okay, so now we'll close that door. Well, now we can close all the doors. Okay. Not too bad. Up our evasion some more. Don't want to do too much, because if we run into a store, we can do some better stuff. There are several other things that would be nice to have. Namely, do you have piloting yet? You don't have piloting yet. Okay, so if I take this dude, better at piloting, take you, put you in cloaking, just to make sure that stays prepared. So if this is you piloting, we have more evasion. Evasion is good. Evasion allows you to get hit less, and since I don't have shields, that's a good thing to have. Oh, perfect timing. I love this event. Okay, so certain events, you'll have blue text. Blue text is something based off of either a system on your ship, or in this case, a crew member, gives you an option that basically guarantees you a better result. So, like, some of them, you can find a ship that's stuck in an asteroid belt. If you have a laser, not a laser, a beam, which we do, you can cut around the ship and free it. In this case, because we have an NG, we can have them talk to them. But this event is kind of cool, because you'll notice he dies, right? So we'll take you, put you back in there. We want all the weapons up, and then we want to all laser and shield at the same time, because they have 2 shield, which is fantastic. And we want to do this. We'll wait for the shields to come down. And do that, and now they only have 1 shield. And then we'll deselect all of these. Because I want all the weapons up for the volley, not just 1. Again. And now our NG has turned into virus. We put that back over there. Now we look into virus. So virus does not have green stats, he has yellow stats. Basically means he's as good as you can get. So now we have plus 10 evasion when he's piloting. Plus 30 to shields if we had shields. Pretty much any system you put him in, he's going to be better. I'm going to leave him on helm though, because having the extra evasion is pretty good. gonna buy anything just yet. We'll hold off on that. I get 2 from here. Down. Oh, try and get more scrap. Another thing where you can use an NG to get a little more out of it. Go to another store. Ooh. 2 power, 3 shot. That's pretty good. Can we buy that? We can buy that. We can actually even use that over this. So there's some other systems you can get. So explosive replicators give you a chance if you have a missile-based weapon and you fire it, there's a 50% chance you won't use a missile. Distraction buoys are basically pointless. It just makes the rebels move slower, which... Or not even slower, it delays them by 1 jump, which is not really a huge thing. And then reconstructive teleporter, if you have a crew teleporter and you teleport your crewmate, they'll be at full health when they come back. Which means you can send them back faster. But now we have a flat gun. Flat guns are cool. I like flat guns. So if we wait for everything to charge up. Okay, so dual laser for the shields. So the flat gun doesn't have a specific, it does a general. In this case, we're going to launch it at the weapon. When the flat gun fires... Oh, I can't get both of those. Damn, that sucks. Alright, we'll do this. The flat gun will hit an entire area. And several times with that. Flat guns are very powerful. Flat guns do a huge amount of damage. And the fact that they fire 3 projectiles means they have 3 attempts to take out a shield. At least that one fires 3. I think some of the other ones actually fire more per projectile. So they have a high chance of taking out multiple layers of shield. Which is just fantastic. Power up your FTL. Oh, and you have a crew teleporter. Assholes. I'm gonna move you out of there. Let him just wear out. Flat gun metal, dual laser to the shields. Mini beam, that wasn't close enough. Medium across all 3. So, I'll pause it for a second. They're trying to leave, which is a thing you can do whenever your FTL is charged. They're trying to leave. If they leave, the rebel fleet will be able to jump further on their next jump, which I don't think will be a problem for us given where we're at right now. But if they leave, we get less scrap. And I want scrap. So if they don't have anybody in the cockpit, they can't jump. And if their engine's broken, they can't jump. So I've just annihilated their engine. And now the pilot's back here trying to heal the ship. So now they can't leave. Close the doors. That shield burnt, or that ship burns down. Ta-da! Oh, chain burst laser. So this ship can only have 3 weapons equipped at any given time, but all ships come with a cargo space of 4. So now we just have this, which is, excuse me, it fires faster the longer it fires. So it starts with a 16-second charge time and drops to a 7. And will only ever shoot 2 shots each thing. It'll get faster. It's not the greatest because it's a burst laser, not just a chain laser. The chain laser will literally gain speed until it's literally just a constant stream of laser, which is the better one, but I'm pretty sure that one takes 4 energy to run. Well worth it though, but rare. I think I've only ever seen 2. We're not gonna risk it. Not worth the whole thing. And then we'll hit the exit. Yeah, we'll ignore that. Abandoned sector, not the one we want. Okay. Immediately we'll store. That's good. Shiny things. What do we got? Drone control, don't need it. Hacking, maybe? Might be worth it. Shields I don't care for. Yeah. Hacking might actually be worth something here. So I could turn off, yeah. Frantically grab an extra power bar for that. Scrap. Can't upgrade the hacking yet. Damn. Holy shit. That's a lot of defensive. Okay, drone controls damage, so one of their drones is down. Didn't quite get the shields as much as I wanted to. Again. Alright. God damn. I hate defensive drones. Okay, so one of my other missions is to get to Sector 8 without going to one of these environmental things. That one is an asteroid field. So unfortunately, we do have to dip into the nebula. Which, as you'll see, turns off the sensors completely. Now luckily, there's not a ship here. But it is a minor annoyance to not be able to see anything that's going on in your ship at any given point. And like I said, you can also get Ion Storm, which will physically turn off certain things on the ship, which is not great. Luckily enough, there was no flight there, and there was no Ion Storm, so we got away with it. Another blue option. Damn, didn't get away with it. Uh-oh. Okay, they just launched a hacking drone at us. Not great. We're going to delay their hack, the hack of our own. Actually, no. I definitely want to take out the weapons. Okay, so their hacking doesn't work now anyway. Fantastic. Just get better. Oh yeah, you got better with weapons. Nice. So he now charges the weapons 15% faster. Sweet. Rebel control. Well, we have to go to the rebel because I need to see what these ones are. Actually, yeah, we gotta go rebel because I don't want to go with the natural nebula. Nebula suck. Alright, we're just stress beacon. Crew. Nope. Try and rescue. Hell yeah. Good are you on? You're not. Alright, so we'll put you in the hacking, put you back down there, and we'll send you to engines because you're better with engines. So now we should get above 35 evasion, I believe. Yes. Save. Okay. And we can upgrade the hacking one. Brilliant. Unlucky with these beacons, man. Way too many environmentals. Especially since I have to avoid them to get my next achievement thing. Okay. So if we hack their weapons, it actually makes their weapons lose charge, which is nice. So it gives us more time before we have to cloak. I forgot about that. So because the room is hacked, the doors don't work, so he wants to get out of weapons and probably go help without the shields or put out the fire. He has to shoot his way through his own door to actually get out. He is now trapped in that room while the hack is activated. And you can get that message there was they attempt to surrender, but you get, like, if they don't offer you anything besides scrap, it's not worth doing because you get more scrap for just destroying the ship as opposed to you can find slavers, and when they try to bribe you, they'll offer you a crewmate, which is worth doing. Or in some cases, they'll offer you like a weapon or a drone, which depending on how you have your ship set up, is worth it. In this particular case, I'm kind of happy with what we have, so unless I find like Flak 2 or a better beam or something, I'm probably not gonna do it. Wow, that's 3 power. I'd have to add 2 to the power and get 2 more, but I could get the beam. Wouldn't be bad. I'd also get faster weapon charging too. So I think these power bars are worth 30, so it'd be 55. Plus I'd have to go up to, I can't afford to do that and buy the laser. My weapons do charge fast enough as it is, though. I don't think they need to charge faster. We're already doing okay with that. So, I think I'm going to take the lead, and then we'll try to... Not that one. Yeah, alright. So we have the power bars for it. We just need one more weapon slot, and then we'll have a better laser. So we need 60 scrap, I think is what it was. You dicks. Shit. Okay, you in there. You leave him alone in there. Okay, so that is a breacher drone. It's basically just a really strong... really strong boarding unit. It also blows a hole in your ship when it shows up. So this is a breach. It causes rooms to not have oxygen. If a breach destroys a system, you have to repair the breach before you can fix the system. Now somehow, the sensors are still working, even though that room is busted wide open. So I heal up both of them. Luckily enough, NGs are faster at repairing. Having two of them is good. So hopefully we can repair that fast enough. Yes. Cool. Everybody back to your spots. Fantastic. All beam. Power 2x damage to systemless rooms. Right. We got the power for it. We need weapon control up one more. So, yeah. We'll try it, see what happens. Abandoned. Abandoned means Lanius. I don't usually like fighting the Lanius. They're kind of aggressive. By kind of, I mean pretty. Ooh. What do you do? 2 damage per room. 1 damage per room, but 2 to a systemless room. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna run the halberd beam. The Harbor's better. Actually. Repair. Okay, now we jump. What is that? Hacking? Shit. Hacking what? Sensors. I can do that shit too. And we didn't even work that time. Welcome aboard. You're good with shields. We don't have shields. Go stand in O2. So at the current moment, what I'd be interested in getting would be a better laser than the dual laser. Something that would annihilate shields just a little bit better. Flat gun's pretty good at it too. A flat 2 or 3 would be nice as well. I'll take anything really. Yeah, we'll pick the blade. Damn, that something's got a lot of weapons on it. So the halberd beam doing 2 damage means that if they only have 1 shield, it'll go through the 1 shield, but it'll only do 1 damage per room, rather than the 2 that it's supposed to do. But it is useful for, you know, shit like that. Let us. Should I go for evasion, or should I go for... Yeah, let's max out our doors. So now if somebody boards, they really can't get through the doors. That will be more useful than you think, son of a bitch. Okay. Time to explain something else. Ah, damn. Piece of shit. This is a Zoltan shield. Zoltan shields stop literally everything. Now they don't come back. So once it's gone, it's gone. Why is my stream connection tanking? Wild. Okay. So once they're broken, they don't come back. But they stop pretty much everything. So, like, my hacking drone won't go through that. That has to break first before I can try and hack them. Breaking, it's not difficult. You just shoot against it until it breaks, but it's just annoying. Ow. Assholes. Alright. Double up on that, so if we get the power, I can get more evasion up. That's good, that's good, that's good. Yeah, yep, we're rushing to another fight. Because scrap. You thought? Shit don't work on me, boo. Do that. Do this. Hell no, I'm accepting your surrender. Did I mention the stealth cruiser is pretty powerful? Because the stealth cruiser is pretty powerful. Ah, poo. So while your enemy is cloaked, your weapons don't charge. There's a thing for that, but I don't have it. So now that he's not cloaked, we'll do this. And burn that off a little bit. We'll do this. Fantastic. That's what I was afraid of. So, not having the shields, when he is able to fire, there's not much we can do to stop him from damaging the shit out of us. In that case, it turned off flag, so we were down one weapon near the end of that. Wasn't enough to completely kill us, but it's not ideal. Rebel stronghold. Oh, why? Man. Shit. Oh. Shit. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of shield. I'm impressed with myself right now. I'll be honest, I didn't think the ship in their current configuration would get this far. If you have strong enough shields, you can shield them from the asteroids. We don't have any, so that won't work for us. Uh-oh. That's what we didn't want to happen. Holy shit. Alright. You know what? I'll take it. I'm not gonna bitch about free ones. Can we upgrade anything? Probably should. Probably should get more vision. Can I afford that? I can afford that, yeah. $48 of vision. He's nice. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. So this is where things are gonna get a little bit shitty. Because now we go into the last sector. And I got my second achievement. Sweet. So now you have to fight the rebel flagship before they get here. Which is not fantastic. Now you can see where they're going to go, so on the next jump they'll be there. You kind of have to get ahead of them. I'm not fighting anything on the way over there. I don't quite think that. We're gonna wait here. They're gonna jump there. And then... we're gonna catch them at the base. It's not gonna make much of a difference, but... So they have level 4 shields, they have advanced hacking, they have cloaking. More problematically, instead of having one weapon system, they have 4 individual weapons. So you cannot take them all out at the same time. You have to take them out one at a time, and that's a bit of a problem. So we are at a severe disadvantage here. One that I'm gonna look to fix. be pretty out. Oh, come on. Damn it. 1 hit point left. God damn, I hate that thing. Okay, well now we can go back to the hangar because now we have variant B. Is variant B any good? Glaive beam. 3 damage, 4 power. Holy shit. Starting with advanced shields. Plus engine. Okay. Worth it. Worth it. Alright, we'll see. We'll see what it does. Yeah, so, big guy's kind of a problem. Final guy's kind of an issue. We don't need a story yet. First off, that needs to be powered. I don't know why it wasn't. That needs to change. Go cloak immediately, because Dad's going to take a second to charge. That's really unfortunate that our first enemy has a drone. That is a very powerful beam, though. That's a very powerful beam. Yeah, let's check out this one. We need crew. Above all, that's the one thing that we're gonna need here is crew. 3 there for now. Shit, we're gonna need to get that stealth up fast. Okay, so this is a slaver. So we're probably gonna get a crew member out of this. Damn, that's a lot of damage. Holy. Yeah, it's not going to charge fast enough to stop them. Damn. Alright. I like the glaive beam. That's a pretty good beam. Yeah, why not? Little crispy. Little crispy. So that's the try to reason with you that you get from slavers is they just give you a crewmate. In this case, we have one of these Zoltan who provide power to whatever system they're in. I'm gonna put him in cloaking because that will automatically give us our high-end cloaking without having to actually put scrap on it currently. So yeah, free power bar. Leave them be. Oh, that's a lot of nebulous. I don't like nebulous. Alright. Yeah, a bonus though. Damn, another free crewmate. That's gonna be a nasty hit. They didn't give me a crewmate. Save that. Ooh, second sword. Whoa. Our beam won't damage that. Will it? Well, I sure should hope so, because if it doesn't, we got a problem. Surprisingly, yes. Christ. Christ. Okay. Okay. I hate to ditch a fight like that, but I am not in any shape to stand there and fight. I forgot we have basically no engine. So there's no evasion. Unfortunate. So occasionally, you find quests. This one appears to be Liberated Store. I highly doubt it's a store. Pretty sure we're gonna get jumped. 90% positive we get jumped. Yeah, nothing to remember, especially in NG. That's not great. Ah. That is an insanely powerful beam. I mean, seriously, that's crazy. That's the issue with having exactly the amount of system you need to fire your weapon. Alright, where I broke the little shield, we should be able to... I mean, I don't really need another crew member. I've got enough crew. That actually worked. That actually worked. Never mind, no it didn't. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is a small amount of a predicament. Jeez. I hate boarding events. Boarding events suck. So the other thing was the status effect. Anti-ship battery. Basically, it actively targets you the entire time you're sitting there. So, jumping away from that as fast as possible. Yeah, generally advised. Generally, not genuinely. Generally. I know my English, I swear. I don't have shields, I can't help them. Sorry, buddy. I should check this ship first. This one's gonna have something shipped. Yeah, shop first. This one would. I assume it's gonna have something. That's fine. Ah, shit. Yeah, it's stretch. Hydrate. Still have fruit punch body armor. If I can get this variant to the 8th sector, nice. Whoa, really nice. Hold up. Oh yeah. So if I can get this variant of the ship to the 8th sector, we unlock the C variant. Much like the B variant, I don't know what's on the C variant. Oh, of all the things, you son of a bitch. Oh, bad. Oh, bad. Oh, bad. Holy shit, that was not optimal. Not ideal. Yeah, I'm just gonna back up on the tools. That track's better when I slow down. Holy shit, almost there. Literally first run with this bitch, and we might get the C variant, which is a statement I shouldn't have made out loud. Oh boy, that was a mistake. No. Please don't be anything crazy. Please don't be anything crazy. Please don't be anything crazy. We just got through an entire sector without actually fighting anything. And fast, too. Oh, I don't have any fuel now. So this is a situation you can run into, running out of fuel. If you turn on the distress beacon, the jump range for the rebels gets larger, which us being here isn't great, but the distress beacon also will give you more apt to be helped. Oh shit. Yeah, Pop Wolf. That is the name of this particular toggle, is Pop Wolf. Ah. Oh, now we have fuel. That's good. That's less good. Uh-oh. Oh, what in the Sam hell are you? Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh, that FTL better charge fast. Oh boy. Oh, what the shit? Well, that's not great. I should have bought fuel. Uh-oh. Oh, for sake. I don't have... Yeah. I have an angry pop wolf. Sort of. So, I don't have fuel, so I can't jump away. I don't have missiles, so I can't weaken the shield. And this laser only does 3 damage. They have 3 shield. I can't physically hurt them. Not only can I not hurt them, I can't escape either. So... I mean, I don't know, maybe we get lucky. Maybe it'll go through. And do something, but... It didn't. Yeah, we're boned. Alright. Run it again. What do we got? Okay. Yep, we'll make one more attempt at it. See how far we can get. Oh, come on. Come off it. Try that again. A drone is literally the worst thing we could be up against. This is why I don't like Nebula's not having the sensor. I can hear the flag, but I can't see it. I don't like that. Yep. the power for it, but we got our own drone system. Oh, that's close. Oh, that's... Oh boy. Bjorn. Alright, alright. Hey, crew members. Another system repair drone that I don't need. I already have one of those. Anti-combat drone. Actually, that one might be helpful. Stuns drones attacking ship. That's actually really helpful, actually. I am kind of just sending this run because I am well, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just feeling it. So I'm kind of going for it. Clone base nice, but it's not. Not nice enough. Probably not gonna charge in time. It'll be close, but it probably won't charge in time. Yeah, especially when they do that. Yeah. Son of a bitch. God damn. Ugh. Closer than I'd like it to be. Why do you have so many missiles? Why so much? Even system broke you up. What? Oy. Okay. Well, successfully got one thing anyway. We've got the Type B of Stealth Cruiser. I wish I could have got the Type C, but I don't know what that happened. I just realized I don't have the Type C Atlays. Probably saying something, I don't know. Would have been nice to have shields, but that ship isn't designed for them. You're not. I mean, you can buy shields for it, but it's not really supposed to have them. Kind of defeats the point of having it be the stealth cruiser if you use shields. So this beam is strong, but it definitely needs something else because it takes too long to charge. It definitely needs something else to work with it. But with that being said, okay, you can do that. That was cool. With that being said, I suppose that'll do it for tonight. Um, the next stream will be Wednesday with Acid. That'll be Minecraft. We're doing a thumbs up, like you can actually see me doing a thumbs up, dumbass. So yeah, that'll be Minecraft with him. I'm thinking about actually starting the castle. I think I'm gonna try and use that one spot I found last stream. Um, I have to look at it again, make sure I can do what I want to do with it. But I'm thinking we might actually start laying the foundation for the base of the castle. So that'd be cool. Um, Pop, 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 pop. I believe that's all I have. Um, that since that Pop Wolf toggle came pretty close to the end of the stream, I'm gonna do Wednesday's stream with the Pop Wolf already on. We'll just roll it through. We'll do the whole damn whatever. Get your money's worth. So I believe that'll do it. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you found this, cool, interesting. Uh, hope you have a good night, and hope to see you again next time.